Good evening and welcome to today's NGX Market Daily. Today is a historic day on the NGX. Why do I say so? The all share index closed at a record high. But before we get into that, thank you to everyone who takes out the time to like, to share, to subscribe, to comment, to retweet. I greatly and deeply appreciate you for doing so. And if you are just joining the channel, we discuss stocks, lots of stocks, mostly Nigerian stocks, but we need to go back to the rest of the world. But at the moment, we do a lot of Nigerian content, Nigerian stock market content. But do note, nothing I say is investment or trading or personal finance advice. Go do your own research. The all share index closed at a record high today. I mean, the record is not in the percentage increase. The record is in where the index is at the moment. 151,456.91 basis points. This is the very first time that we're having the index, I believe, close above 150,000 basis points. Gained on average, what this means, the index measures the average performance of stocks. So when we say the index gained 1.01%, it means on average stocks rose by this amount, but you had some stocks do better than the index and some stocks do worse than the index. Square led today's gainers up 7.74%, to close at 7 naira 10 kobo. Omatek closely following Square with a 7.48% gain to close at 1 naira 58 kobo. Consolidated Hallmark Insurance 6.7% increase to close at 4 naira 78 kobo. Bua Foods, I think Bua Foods is at a record high. I'd have to go check. Bua Foods with a 6.54% increase to close at 692 naira 50 kobo. And Vitafoam inching towards the 100 naira mark. Vitafoam gained 5.92% to close at 94 naira. On the losing end of things, Living Trust Insurance fell 9.91% to close at 4 naira. Corn Oil, a downstream oil and gas player, fell 5.83% to close at 190.7 naira. Africa Prudential Registrar fell 5.69% to close at 14 naira 10 kobo. Sovereign Trust Insurance is the stock swing trading. We need to check that as well. Sovereign Trust Insurance fell 3.95% to close at 3 naira and 65 kobo. And lastly, you have MPF Microfinance Bank down 3.75% to close at 3 naira and 8 kobo. Volume wise, on the volume side of things, you had Fidelity Bank leading the pack with 59.1 million shares. VFD Group takes second place with 39.3 million shares. Chapel Gold takes third place with 37.7 million shares. Access Corporation, I keep asking, as long as I record the video before these numbers I will continue to make it known. The Access is yet to drop its H1 2025 numbers. So also Fidelity Bank. We need to have those numbers out bright and early, ASAP. Anyway, Access Corporation with 37.3 million shares traded, and you have GTCO. That's large volume for GTCO. Takes the fifth spot with 31.3 million shares. Let's switch lane to the value side of things. GTCO, first place, 2.9 billion naira worth of shares traded. Dangote Cement, fairly large volume. You can tell because if you're trading 2 billion worth of shares, 2 billion naira worth of Dangote shares, you must have traded a large volume. So we'll check that in a bit. So Aradel, third place, 1.64 billion naira worth of shares traded. MTN Nigeria, a stock that is a delight of both institutional and retail investors day in, day out. Fourth place with 1.2 billion naira worth of shares traded. And then you have Fidelity Bank, fifth with 1.1 billion naira worth of shares traded. So let's go deep. Let's just take a quick look. Do I have the time? Do I have the time? Do I have the time? Yes, I have the time. So we can spare a minute or so. Let's go look at let's see what we have today. Let's go look at the markets. Let's see if Bua Foods is at a high. I think it's at an all-time high. I suspect so. Or at the bare minimum, it's a 52-week high. Anything else to see here? Nothing much. Nothing much. So let's go check Bua Foods. Bua, the two Bua companies, but I'm interested in the foods. Yes, 692.5. That is a 52-week high. I suspect that is an all-time high for this stock. Market yet to update, the NGX yet to update this side of things, but we can use the last close price there. Now let's go check Dangote Cement. Let's see if we can see the volume traded today, or TRW may be faster for me since we are in a race of time. We're racing against time. So let's see what Dangote Cement did today. 3.3 million shares traded. That is a large volume for Dangote Cement, and we can just confirm with the records we have on the NGX. Let's go see what we have record wise. Has this been updated? No. So, but we can see stock has been trading fairly large volumes. I mean, fairly large because this is a company with 16.8 billion shares, so it's tiny, but Dangote Cement is thinly traded. So if you see this kind of volumes, I mean 1 million shares traded is a rarity for a Dangote Cement as well. So of course, to keep an eye on this stock, we'll also keep an eye. I think MTN Nigeria rose slightly. Let me confirm. Flat, but I was looking at one of the charts. You saw some bump in it. So let's see. Yes, I remember the media update I did. I saw some trades around 480.1 or 481. Let's see tomorrow. But back to this, ladies and gentlemen. An audio version of this post is up on Greenticker podcast by 7 p.m. The audio version goes up an hour before this. So you would get this by 8 p.m. West African time, but 7 p.m. you get the audio version, everywhere audio. And you also have greentickertales.com. I'm also doing, I'll include it in tomorrow's pre-market video. On Substack, you want to follow my own handle on Substack, where I do a daily post. So you get this as a newsletter by 5 p.m. West African time on Substack. 7 p.m. you get the audio version, 8 p.m. you get the video last. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. See you in tomorrow's pre-market video, and stay safe.